Top G's only. If you ain't a top G, you gotta get out of the recording. Straight up, no betas, alphas only. What's up, alphas? It's your boy Alphas LMA, looking cute, looking clean, looking sexy. And we on the most random episode of Just a Fan ever. I have a three-legged cat named Thor that I'm watching. We have Joe, just being Joe. Shout out to Joe, man. Joe that nigga. And then we got Tori. Shout out to Tori too, man. Tori is out here being savage here. Up top, I done mentioned him. Uniqo, how are you doing today, my guy?
I'm well, man. I just want to see your YouTube algorithm. I ask this like once a month.
You literally have the YouTube. What are you doing?
I don't want to look at it. I just want it to get leaked. I want your algorithm to get leaked because I'll be like, what is this? This nigga just looked up modems and now he's looking up like what's next?
Tori, what's good, my guy?
You already know. Your local neighborhood scumbag. Here giving folks a daily dose of dirtbag. And an especially trash tasty episode that we've got today.
Most random. No news. No news at all. So we just going. Munray's running late. He's in a situation. Shout out to my guy Munray.
He might be doing some ass, y'all. So we're going to let that brother breathe.
Shout out to him. Do what you gotta do, my guy. But we have the most random situation. Shout out to Joe for sending me the first one, and then I got another one. Let's go over the one that everybody
Shout
want to
out
talk
to Joe
about.
for having his chest out on the show. I feel the love, my brother.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's
like,
what I'm talking
it's
about.
like that today, ladies. We out here.
That man said he is DoorDash. Now he's taking his shirt off. He's not taking the slander anymore.
See, now my nipples ain't the only nipples that's been on the show. See?
Yeah, that's actually fair.
But we got
Pretty fair.
We have a top G today. We have a legend here today that we're talking about, and Andrew
have White
Tate.
Kevin Samuels times 10.
Andrew Tate is now here. He is running through the podcast market, talking to everybody from Aiden Ross to any podcast he can get on.
Fresh and Fit, your favorites.
Talking to Dumb and Dumber and all those people. He's talking to everybody he could. He was on Dave Portnoy.
That was the wild one. Come on, Dave. You're supposed to be eating pizza. What are you doing talking to this guy?
But by the way, he make good points at times, but then he just go excessive, and then he just goes overboard with it for entertainment purposes. I want to know your thought on it, Joe. Joe, what's your thoughts on Andrew Tate?
No. I don't have a thought on anything. I don't know who this is. When you said that we're doing an Andrew Tate, here y'all get ready for the Eric Andre portion of the show. Something random's about to happen. No, like I didn't know who. I was like, what is he talking about? And so what happened was I started watching Fortnite Dragon Ball Z skin videos that aren't real, but I watched them anyway. And I just
like for them to be.
I can't see Goku holding a Glock like that. I can't see it.
Did he have a Supreme outfit on?
That also is a possibility that Beerus could have a Supreme outfit on.
He's a god of destruction. He can have whatever he wants.
So when you told me this, that we were going to talk about Andrew Tate, because honestly, I just kind of went down a couple levels because I thought we was going to talk about Gotham first, and then you was going to lead me on to Andrew Tate. But now we have Andrew Tate, and like now I'm just stuck in this weird limbo about what I was doing when you introduced Andrew Tate to the chat. I don't know who that is. And when I was supposed to be researching, I kept on getting Fortnite X Dragon Ball Super.
Yo, shout out to Joe for when we tell him a topic to not study the topic at all.
No, usually I do, but like I haven't even like I
was say Joe usually does his due diligence. We all know that
I'll be on Twitter.
The pants guy.
I'll be on Twitter. Like if it's trolling for any reason, I mean not trolling, but this might be a troll. If it's trending for any reason whatsoever, like I at least see it and see what's going on. And this, I was like, I've never heard of this guy. So if anybody would like to introduce this topic and whatever he is and what he's about, I appreciate it because I didn't appreciate those Naruto skins either.
Andrew Tate is a top G. Women is his property. And
The slaves. He might be an alleged sex trafficker.
We do
Alleged.
not know that,
Allegedly.
Tori. All
Where's
I
he
know
from? Who is he? Where's he from?
He's a kickboxer from Great Britain who
Of course.
is a world
Yep.
championship kickboxer according to his website.
Of course.
Who started a cam girl site in which girls talk
Also,
to which girls talk to lonely men, and he made millions of dollars because he had he said he had 14 girlfriends and let them talk to lonely men on the internet. And then the police came looking for him, so he moved to Romania.
Some chef savant.
Because in Britain they said that it appears that some of the girls didn't want to be there, so he ended up in Romania. That's alleged. Now we don't know that what they accused him of.
Yes, allegedly, because he is a sue-happy kind of fella.
So he was in Romania and he did the same thing, and then the police wanted him in Romania, so I don't know where he is now. He's somewhere getting a massage for an hour.
He's a real-life supervillain kind of, bruh.
He's somewhere.
Maybe I should run away from my problems and go somewhere else and then do the same shit.
Joe, don't
He's
ever...
Joe. He's on the pimping tours of Europe.
Joe,
is he better than Godfather? And Europe is like wide open with the sex thing.
Joe, don't ever disrespect Andrew Tate. He will beat you up. You can't fight Andrew Tate. He's 6'1", pure muscle, grown man, top G.
He take a bullet,
bruh. He's a man. Do you know, Joe? He doesn't believe in eating breakfast. He doesn't believe in just waking up and putting food in your mouth. You know why, Joe?
Why?
Because you didn't work for that food yet. You just woke up. You didn't begin to work for that food you're putting between your lips.
What about going 8 hours without eating at all? Does that not work?
No, you drink soy milk, don't you, Joe? Joe, drink sparkling water. That's what you need to do, Joe. Joe, drink sparkling water right now. You need to start drinking start drinking that soy milk that you drink. Look, you don't even drink wine. You drink beer. What a real man would drink wine because he looks like a godfather. He looks like he's a Italian mobster. You drinking beer like
blood of his enemy.
I drink a beer like I'm about to go challenge a world champion kickboxer.
No, Joe,
because I'm a badass.
Joe, you're not a top. Joe,
he can't fight no bullets,
Joe,
nigga.
Joe, here I ask how old you say you 35 and you ain't ripped yet. What is wrong with that? That's because you drink that beer, Joe. It's because you drink beer instead of wine like a real man.
I'm in my prime like LeBron James was when he was 30.
He's bald because his dad said only little children grow hair, Joe.
What's his complex?
In fact, if you have hair, you're gay.
That's what
so says Andrew Tate.
I don't know what's that's the story.
Do you know why Andrew Tate looks at women as objects? Why they're his property? Why he is their master? Why they enter into an indentured contract of servitude with him upon the beginning of their relationship?
I would like to know why he feels all those people are all those things.
Okay, when he was growing up, when his father was gallivanting around the world, doing what he does, his father would leave for 2 months at a time, just out of nowhere, playing chess with grandmasters all over the world, just gone for 2 months.
Who told him this?
This is what his father told him. He'd come back, okay?
Is that the cigarette story? Isn't that going to the store for cigarette story?
Hey, let me finish. Let me finish. He comes back. He sees his son. He's been back for approximately 42 minutes before his mom starts bitching again. And do you know what his father told him? He said, this is why I do it. This is why I do it, Andrew. And then he'd leave for another 2 months.
This is a thing? He said that?
Bro, that was an actual account from his
lips.
That's a quote? He said that. He told this story. So
what was his thoughts on this? Well, like after he like what?
That was his father. That was his father showing him that he controlled the relationship, regardless of if he left for 2 months or 2 years. Whenever he came back, that was his woman. She was going to get back down on her knee. She was going to do as he said because he was the provider when he was there. And when he wasn't there, it was up to her to prove that she deserved him by providing for the family while he was out playing chess with people all over the world, apparently.
What
And that's why Andrew went and trained in the mountains of Hukong. Became a kickboxing legend.
Nigga, I need to. Man, my dad, man, dude.
So this is why this man is the most Googled man in the world right now.
Okay, all right. Now I'm intrigued. I didn't know who you were talking about. His name is Andrew.
Bruh.
Like,
Andrew Tate.
He is literally a white man that had been in the sun so long he has become beyond race.
He's leather for real, bro.
He's beyond race. Joe, people are so beneath him. That's why he talks like this. He's beyond race. How dare you put him in a race?
Is his dad still alive?
Joe, you're a racist
I don't know.
because you thought he was a race. How dare you?
But apparently he was a chess grandmaster and was spanking boys all over the world.
Yo, if
because you can tell your child anything, right? Did y'all know that?
Yeah, I'm beginning to see that. There's some wild stories out here that people are.
Joe, did you know Santa Claus is real?
If
I knew there was gonna be a lot.
If my dad came to me that aggressively about anything, I'm going to believe it. Like you tell me that. If you tell me like Santa Claus is real, how do I know? Because I kicked his ass. You can't help but believe that from your dad at like a certain age. You're going to believe it. And then even when you like 16, 17 years old, it's still going to like, my dad told me some wild ass shit.
You still want to believe it.
You want to. Your dad is that fucking cool.
Yeah.
So really? Now he's striving to be the light. He's striving to be
raising you for months at a time. And then he told you he was playing chess with niggas all over the world, doing all kinds of crazy.
You was cool with that. You was cool with that because
Tor, I feel like you ain't been a top G right now, Tor. I really don't.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to watch more interviews about this guy. He's not going to inspire me, but I think that I will find.
Make sure you watch Aiden Ross. Make sure you watch him and Aiden Ross, bro. It is.
Aiden is the anti Andrew Tate. Like,
bro, he hits him with one of them gay jokes. He gets so serious. He said, "What is this? Some kind of childish, some sort of childish semen joke?" He's like,
"You less than a child. You a semen."
You know what? Hey, watch him argue with XQC. And XQC like, what? What are you doing getting your bones rearranged? She has been massaging you for an hour. By the way, he does make some good points besides all the crazy sexist points he does make.
But that's what's so messed up about him, because he'll make some good points and then he'll say some flippant, wild, off the Richter scale type stuff. So you're like, yeah, I can agree with that. And then he's like, women should lick our fucking boots before we fucking even get out of bed in the morning, just so to make sure that we're stepping onto the floor with our feet already clean.
That would fuck my whole shit up. Like, if I'm on, yeah. Whoa.
Joe,
bro, and that's what it is. He'll be saying some real regular stuff and then just say something wild.
Joe,
don't eat breakfast. If you have hair, you're gay. Joe, I heard no less than 4 different origin stories for why this man is bald. But he wants you to know that if he wanted to grow hair, he could. He just chooses not to. There have been one of the monks on the mountain where he trained told him that hair was a sign of weakness and could be used against you. That was one origin story.
That's kind of fair.
Never grew hair again. No, listen, the next one.
Somebody can grab your hair while you fight.
His dad told him if his hair got too long, people would think he was gay.
Oh, well, that's not fair.
But these are all different origin stories. After each one of these stories, he then said that he never cut his hair again. So there's been like apparently 3 or 4 different times where he decided to never cut his hair again. What if you said it to
him all in one conversation? Was like, don't get your hair cut.
But I just wanted to make sure I got that across. That this man has multiple origin stories for why he's bald. But he wants you to know that if he wanted to, he could have a luscious full head of hair. He just chooses to be bald because he's top G, and you ain't grabbing his hair. There ain't nothing feminine about him, G.
How did he get this popularity, y'all?
Joe, listen.
I was asking Joe made that exact question.
No, you're not a top
up to
G.
2 weeks ago, I did not know who he was. 2 weeks ago, I had no idea. 2 weeks ago, he just exploded into my being.
Joe, listen. Joe, listen. Joe, listen. He saw a woman pilot and took a picture and got off the plane because he said women can't drive. How you think I could ever in my life think she can land a plane?
Can't fly.
What is wrong with you, bro?
This is Omega Kevin Samuels level of like.
I told you, bro. He is white Kevin Samuels times 100.
Okay.
By the way,
Kevin Samuels hit the KO10.
Let me be serious for a minute, cause I know what he does. So I'm gonna talk to y'all. Anybody that I know is Kevin Samuels fan. I mean, not Kevin Samuels. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. I know there's some Andrew Tate fans right now.
Some top G's out there.
I know y'all here, and y'all like, are y'all making fun of him? How dare you? He could beat all of you up.
He could whoop all our asses, just so you know.
My question to you is, can you, sir? Can you beat my? That is a quick question. Because you bragging about another man beating me up.
That is one thing I noticed. His fans brag like he's going to come and defend them. Like, if you talk bad about me, Andrew Tate's rolling up, bro. Gonna hit you with the bicycle kick from Mortal Kombat, bro. Liu Kang, he learned it while he was with the monks. He's got one of them blade hats, bro. He just keeps it in the boot of his car.
By the way, I want to reiterate again, he makes great points sometimes. But at the same time, he has an audience that he always attaches himself to. And I want to talk to you. Because it's usually lonely young men that he go after. From the cam girls who talk to the dude on the phone, he literally said in an interview that these dudes are lonely, so he's giving you a girl to talk to. So he's literally going after you. And now he has this Hustlers Society book that he's peddling that he makes, shout out to him, $5 to $10 million a month off of. Because all these dudes going to be a top G.
Isn't he selling some sort of courses too?
That's the course. It's the Hustlers course.
Bro, is that the courses? Yeah, bro.
So, and he charges you $50 a month for you to learn how to be a top G like him. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I'm going to give you advice so you don't have to spend $50 a month. Just talk to a girl. That's all you got to do. You might fail the first 10 times, but it's practice. Because you are not Andrew Tate.
Take a kickboxing course.
You are not 6'1", a kickboxer who can fight and has millions of dollars. That is not who you are.
Who's bragging on 6'1" though? That's such a European thing. Like, that's such a height.
He
like,
brags about it. He brags about it. So
6'1", bro.
You are 5'7", fat, and you don't talk to women. You are not Andrew Tate. His Hustlers course will not help you. Just talk to a girl. That's all you gotta do. If you're not
over 6'3", there's no point in bragging, bro.
No, I think we're missing the main thing that you can do or that you should do is have the millions of dollars and then talk to women.
But the chance of you getting $1 million is slim to none.
I mean, the chance of you getting
you can't pull women without the money.
You are more likely to just talk to a female and find one that like you if you do it 20, 30 times than you are getting $1 million before you even talk to a girl though. It's just like those businesses who sell you books on how to be successful, but it worked for them, but it won't work for you because you're a totally different person with a totally different set of skills.
With a totally different set of customers.
Andrew Tate has a set of skills because he is charismatic. Let's be honest. He's very charismatic.
Yeah.
He's very entertaining.
It's deceptive though. Like I said, he mixes it so well. He gets you on his side and then throws something wacky out there.
So you will watch him and you will keep watching because you like, this is the most entertaining thing I've ever seen in my life.
He's got a gimmick for real. It's good.
Aiden Ross had 270,000 people for his whole time he was there. It's just watching the entire time because this dude is very entertaining. He smokes a cigar for like the whole show with a massage the whole time. And I'm like, is she ever going to leave?
I was about to say, did her hands not get tired?
Yeah, and he smokes.
There's a certain amount of money for you to rub on somebody for like 2 hours. There's a certain amount of money that you will take.
No, but even regular masseuses be taking breaks and stuff because fuck it. A continuous 2-hour rub down, bro?
Let me call Deshaun Watson real quick, see if this is true. Okay. But let's be honest. Like I said, he makes certain good points. But he's
that was in bad taste, though, man.
What?
Deshaun Watson is innocent. That was in bad taste.
Joe is still on this. He
they
didn't.
Had an understanding.
Hey, Joe, listen. He didn't do nothing illegal. He just did something that was allegedly creepy. Not illegal.
Morally frowned upon.
Yes, it's not illegal though, I don't believe. That's why the case got thrown out, but it's extremely
at some point during my here's a quick story. So at some point during my life, I asked this girl to see her Tigo bitties, right? At some point in my life. She showed them to me. Right? Like via picture, right? She sent me a picture.
Sweet.
I asked her later on in life. She didn't. So I guess it just kind of depends.
Did you send her a picture of you jerking off?
No.
See?
Joe be sending out mad dick pics? What?
It was just no. I actually don't send out mad
You see
dick.
the difference though? Is it illegal to do that? No, but is it
To ask? Like I'm just saying.
Is it frowned upon?
You know what I'm saying? Is it not socially
all this
acceptable?
time Watson did was like ask, like, can I get a handy?
And then they said no, and then he proceeded to do it himself, according to the reports. Well,
See, you weren't there. Yeah, see, don't do that.
Hey,
You don't know if people start to be like, come on, man.
But is that illegal, Joe? But is that illegal? No, it's not illegal. It's weird.
Well, yeah, it's indecent exposure. If she doesn't want to see your dick, she doesn't want to see it.
Well, you're in this private
But
room.
since it's digitally, is it really indecent exposure? It's digital, bruh.
Hey, listen. We could get into the other day. Tell us your thoughts in the comments. I told you this is a wild episode. But yeah, Andrew Tate, if you're lonely, and I know a lot of you are, just talk to
He's got too much money to be lonely, bro. He is the Giga Chad.
Andrew Tate, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about
ultimate Chad.
I'm talking to the people that give him $50 a month. Oh,
My lord.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest. I done argue with Monte all week about being a mark. You a mark? Be a mark. Give that man $50.
That's a real mark, like literal mark.
Give him $50. I can't defend. I say Nick Cannon being a willing mark. You are being a willing mark to do what you do. Shout out to Andrew Tate for making that bread. Tori almost sounded hypocritical after my argument with Monte, so I had to go back.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I was wondering. I was like, you walked that back, kinda.
Yeah, I had to walk it back. I argued about being hey, you a willing mark. You a willing mark. So they a willing mark. Hey. You're a willing mark. I can't feel sorry for you. So
it's just so crazy.
I thought about
it. Like I don't.
You're a willing mark. You're a willing
He's
mark.
He's got some kind of juju that he is betwixt these people with, and they are ready to.
He's charismatic. We gotta give him credit. The dude's very charismatic. Oh, but we got question 2 brought to you by Uniqo Williams. Joe, tell us about the second question.
Well, I'm just now looking at this Valerie Loretta chick.
Oh yes.
Which I have no interest in whatsoever.
Shout out to Joe. Joe's a good dude, bro. By the way,
look at this terrible handwriting. Happy anniversary. Happy signing with the WW. Hold on, let me take a couple more.
While Joe is taking a couple more looks to get back to you, today's topic is brought to you by Uniqo Williams. And do you hear me?
I think she got some.
Put him on Facebook and all of that. Follow him and all that stuff. Links are below. Like and subscribe to the channel. Super thanks. The merch shop will be up soon. I don't know if it's up right now or it'll be up sooner or later. It'll be up soon. We got the little merch, little perch that's gonna be at the bottom of the YouTube now. So shout out to that from Spread Shirt. Shout out to them. But the second topic is Gotham. Say rent in Gotham is $300. Are you living there? Tor.
Is that Nikita Lyons' little sister?
Oh, that's her best friend.
Oh,
Nikita Lyons got the yakes, though. She got the yeeks for real.
I would not pay a lot of money for that if I had.
$300 for what? Where am I living in Gotham? What kind? Are we talking about random apartment complex?
Okay.
Joe is gonna explain more.
Okay. Mid, middle class to upper class area.
Okay, 2 to 3 bedroom house then.
2 to 3 bedroom house, $300. I hope you're the only one that knows about the $300 rent for this. Everybody else, it's an affluent neighborhood, right? It's a nice neighborhood but it's just close enough to downtown Gotham that some people that Batman does, he does make a round.
You do need. So what you're saying is that you do need to pay the extra for random acts of God on the homeowner insurance.
You may have to do that, but you got to understand there's a difference between Gotham and Metropolis. Metropolis has universal threat, not universal, but definitely planetary threats, country threats.
No, but Gotham has severely bad turnover rate, though. Niggas be getting out of jail. Supervillains be getting out real quick in Gotham.
But they're not as big of a threat as when people come back to Superman. Like when people come back to Superman.
I'd argue the Joker could be just as threatening as anybody, bar none.
How'd he get his hands on a nuke? We don't know. But he
did it.
He did. Like once, though. Once.
Oh, only once.
It ended up in his demise. And it turned out there wasn't a nuke or there was one. Because
don't forget he tricked Superman into killing his own wife and unborn child.
So I'm just saying,
he could be right down the street.
Constant criminal activity in Gotham.
Constant.
Or because niggas just not making it out here in Gotham.
With there being a chance of a Bat family mistaken identity. What if it's one of us? Car breaks down. You're having to walk through. It's Gotham, so somebody's randomly breaking into something. You are not a part of the group. You are nearby. You're walking by. You are black. Robin, Batwoman, Batman, whoever comes down, beats down everyone.
Okay, I'd ask you this: what's the percentage ratio in Gotham of criminals to people that don't commit crimes?
I feel like the way they show us Gotham, I feel like everybody in Gotham commits a crime at some point in time. I feel like the whole city is moonlighting as some evil organization's henchman.
We've literally never seen Gotham during the day other than in movies.
I was about to say, bro, whenever you see the random person in Gotham, they are usually in a state of terror. Something has just blown up. Some supervillain is making a grand showing. It's all bad.
Or
and a billionaire lives there, and his billionaire industry's there, so you know the taxes are outrageous.
I say I move to Gotham.
I say no. See, no, not doing it. Too much risk.
Is Gotham a risk? Like this is this is supposed to be New York City. Is New York City that bad? People still live there.
You think it's that bad? Poison Ivy takes over all of the plants in the whole state, and fucking everybody becomes a plant zombie.
Back in the 80s, New York was bad. So.
I was about to say.
Back in the 80s.
Back before we were born.
Metropolis, most Superman stories take place during the day.
But Superman be cleaning up shop real quick, though. Batman sometimes needs to leave and go do research and then come back and stuff. So,
his weakness is he got to study.
I was gonna say he's got to study. Like how many times have we seen Batman show up? He'll beat up all the goons. Then main boss shows up, smacks him down. He leaves and look at. I mean, okay, I know it's cliche. Look at Bane. He broke that nigga's back. That nigga had to recover from paralysis to come back and beat Bane. How many months of physical therapy did he go through before he came back and then had to take care of the crazy holy roller sword wielding Azrael that he unleashed on the city so there could still be a Batman. That nigga just started killing people with a sword in the name of Batman, and Bane was still running wild while you're doing the yoga with Alfred.
Yeah.
Gotham
is a very vulnerable city.
That's our number one defense. No. Because let's be honest, Gotham, I don't have the greatest faith in Gotham PD either. The Joker, how many times has the Joker or any villain gotten the drop on Commissioner Gordon? How many times has he been held hostage?
More times than he needed to, man. More times
than Lois Lane.
Bro, the top brass of this city is the worst in the world. And the worst part is they don't never really die. They keep on surviving and getting reelected.
Yo, Tom Hardy literally, Hines Ward, the only person for the Steelers, the only person to survive when they played the Gotham, whatever their team was. Hines Ward scored a touchdown. He blew up the whole stadium and everybody died. I'm like,
Bruh.
I can't even go to a football game.
Man,
That nigga's like, you got, what happens when you have a plumbing problem? You go to get the snake or whatever. Turns out Killer Croc has taken root underneath your abode.
Let's talk about Killer Croc. Let's talk about let's talk
and how he randomly runs through the city sewers.
Let's talk about Killer Croc for a second. Like Batman is a human, and his parents died, and he's just shitty about like a criminal just killing his. Could be Joker, could not be. We don't know. They say
he takes out his anger on people.
But like what's your life gotta be like when like you gotta go back to the lab and be like, man, no, it's like a real life crocodile human nigga out here doing shit. And I gotta figure out how to stop this. So like there is gonna always be some kind of terror. Like Superman.
But then you gotta remember that he's the richest man in the world.
He still gotta fight a crocodile human.
He can build it, bro. Listen, enough money, you're going to figure out how to take down that crocodile guy.
But he does it by himself or Alfred, and we're trying to figure out how Alfred knows all the shit that he knows. That's your line of defense.
No, Alfred's ex-MI6. Like, he was all special trained and whatnot. Like, Alfred's a badass. He's been in wars and stuff, all kinds of stuff. Alfred's like a retired secret agent.
So, y'all, Zelman, you didn't tell us, are you staying in Gotham for $300 rent, bro?
Are you
nice crib. A nice crib.
Nice crib.
But I would have to stay in my house, right? Because if I go to a football game, I got Bane terrorizing the place.
Bro, like going to the grocery store.
And then the real life flooding the city just killed one person. I'm like, bro, you just wanted to get rid of the mayor. Like, I'm gonna flood the city and I'm gonna have a sniper shoot the mayor. I'm like, bro, you had to flood the city to shoot the mayor? Just do it, Jeff.
And the horrible, I just thought of this outside of supervillains. Think about how bad just regular, plain old, you're still a regular nigga. You could just get shot by somebody. It ain't even got to be a supervillain that gets you.
Yo, DA, the one person everybody like, he's the light of the city.
The worst turnover rate ever.
The DA, you up here got hoping Harvey Dent gonna change the world. He done locked up all the top criminals, and then he become one of the top criminals. You like, man, come on, bro. Got this. Come on, man. You got this sad man who just want to fix his wife, decided he don't care about nobody else living, so he just shoots a ice beam gun at everybody, and you be like, bro, I just want to go to Subway at 2:00 in the morning. And
my guy was a broke comedian.
Not be attacked by two Nigerian fellows.
What if definitely.
I got it. Didn't go over my head.
No, this is not Chicago. This is Gotham.
Hey, that would really happen in Chicago.
Like it legit. Oh man,
I mean, it would really happen in Gotham.
Let's not forget about the owls. Like it's a whole council of rich people that
regular people. See, there we go. Secret societies in abundance.
What happened with the crime today? We don't care, but we like to meet up every Tuesday and talk about how rich we are.
How much money have we allocated towards supervillains?
None. We're the biggest supervillains of them all.
What? And then you got like a pool that makes you immortal under the city that Ra's al Ghul just bathes in, and you be like, what's in this sewage?
Yep. What is going
What's
on?
What's in the water here to where niggas are just getting immortal from taking baths?
And why is Metropolis not getting this?
Superman.
Where's the cutoff? Hey,
they're
it's
literally right across the bridge.
Superman came through and damned all that shit off. Superman was like, this place is a disease. You stay over there. You come over here, you're getting them universal.
What if all the bad that Metropolis was supposed to have, like Superman just be dropping criminals off, and Gotham, he just drops them off. I'm like, hey, terrorize
they just run over there because they know Superman over here. We rather deal with.
Yeah, they're like Batman. I'd rather deal with Batman than Superman, bruh. At least you got a chance. You got a chance of getting a lucky one on Batman.
You do actually.
Superman.
Have you ever seen a regular person in Metropolis get away? No. You have to be like
Juggernaut.
Juggernaut.
All they do is
you'll
pull
get
out
next week in Gotham.
And the thing is, niggas try Batman. Have you ever seen one of the regular villains try Superman? They don't do it.
They try to shoot him. I'll give them that. They do be like, boo, boo.
But they ain't got no chokes in it for it.
They'll try and run the hands with Batman still. Niggas will still try and shoot the face with Batman.
Yeah, niggas will try to actually like, nigga,
They'll be like, fuck it. I might get him. It might be my day. It might be my day.
It all takes one good one.
In the Batman, that happened in the Batman.
You get a batarang to the forehead.
Yo, that happened in the Batman. Dude said, "What Batman? He had a pipe." They started beating him with the pipe. And he just said, "Raw."
Hey, all I'm gonna say, what happens? Adam Tate sleeping Batman.
Andrew Tate.
What do you do then?
Top G sleeping.
Andrew
Batman.
Tate. I said Adam. Look,
you was thinking
Andrew
about Adam West.
Batman.
I was sleeping.
Adam West was the best Batman. Fight me, internet. Adam West was the best Batman.
Rest in peace, Adam West. I would hands the fuck out of him. In his prime as Batman, I would not.
Bro. Adam West was not the most intimidating. It was kind of crazy.
I ain't gonna lie,
thinking he was cleaning up all of the city like this dude.
I'm not gonna
lie. He was out
here
mopping up the Joker.
Robert Pattinson.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I said Robert Pattinson, Batman, come up with like this skinny Batman. I'm like, I got this.
Man, how did Robert Pattinson end up actually being a fire Batman? That's so wild.
He might be a little too skinny, though. I could get him, bro.
They treated that movie like Friday. They was like on Craig's porch the whole time. They just kept coming to the club and talking to each other. This was so funny.
He came to the club 3 different times. He came as Batman. He came as himself.
Then we went back to see Catwoman, see what she did at the club. But I will say this. I will say this, man.
I don't know if I could do it, Joe.
This is the worst thing about Adam West Batman is that he didn't realize that there was people hiding underneath the sheets of the furniture, and they just popped out, and he was like, "Oh!"
They did used to get the drop on him in the most ridiculous ways.
You hid under.
We were hiding behind the door frame. Ha ha! I turned to the side like this.
You play hide and seek with your cousins when you little kids, man, and somebody dumbass and just niggas breathing and stuff and giggling and shit.
I was about to say huffing and puffing, moving and shit.
And you supposed to be the smartest nigga in Gotham,
bro.
They got the drop
supposed to have the nicest hands.
All right. That did it for me. So
Belmay, are you moving to Gotham?
I said, I don't think I can.
I'm moving to Gotham.
You know how many
bitches I had come over for $300 in a nice crib in Gotham?
Bro, it's not worth the peace of mind you're about to lose. Your peace of mind in Gotham is non-existent.
Joe gonna have Harley Quinn just come over talking about pudding, and then all of a sudden Joker show up behind him, and then he gonna get that Mona Lisa.
Then next thing you know, we're crying at Joe's funeral because he done. Goddamn, he had Harley Quinn over one night, forgot to tell her that goddamn the Catwoman was coming over the same night, and now he's dead.
Yo, Tor.
He only paid $300 a month in rent.
Nah, Tor. Joker gonna show up to Joe's funeral playing Mona Lisa.
Bruh. Joe gonna end up as Two-Face. We're gonna have Joe. We get a call.
Because you gotta be a villain.
Joe got in a street fight with the Joker over Harley Quinn. That's what happened. Joe's out here trying to box the Joker of all people. Then got Joker gas. Now Joe just got the permanent smile on the podcast always.
And this bitch ass nigga just laughing at my death the whole time.
Yo,
like you just come up behind me and be, man, no, fuck that. This nigga used a chest flower.
I feel like the henchman recruiting drive in Gotham is probably wild. They probably have like Jehovah's Witness henchmen. Like one day the Riddler's dudes come and knock on the door. Sometimes it's the niggas from Bane. Sometimes the Joker's guys come through with the flowers. I feel like it's too much of a hassle. I couldn't do it. Not even $300 a month.
Don Falcone out here, like, hey, you want to be a mob boss?
Yeah, Don Falcone out here.
He's the only nigga that's a regular villain. Like, nigga, I'm a mob boss. Okay, I have money.
Think you're in the middle class neighborhood, probably where most of his henchmen are staying.
Oh, let's talk about this part of it. So there's Chase Bank in Gotham. So Gotham City Bank is basically Chase.
Oh Lord!
Every time you lock up the Joker, like he gets overdraft fees because he has Netflix. Like he gets,
You figured out why why he is the way he is. It's constant debt from the system that is
it's constant
Arkham
debt, bro.
Asylum.
Like that's what made him insane. Like, man, I am a broke ass criminal. That's why I keep robbing these banks.
Joe, if you haven't read, you should read 3 Jokers if you haven't. I feel like you would get a kick out of that story. I still think it's the best telling of the Joker story ever. It makes complete sense. It's scary.
I definitely will. I'm just saying, like, this nigga he breaks out of Arkham Asylum just to see how much is in his account. And it's like negative 30,000. I just bought a car with my face on it. I can't pay it.
I just got a loan before I went in last time. What happened to the money? It didn't even make it into evidence.
My bank account's not even frozen. And then they keep on hitting him with overdraft fees. Like, bro, just let him owe the money. Nope. Chase gotta have theirs. So he's fucked because he's been in Arkham.
Why can't Bruce Wayne just come through, pay off the whole city's debt? He can do that and still have money to spare. They say he's got hundreds of billions of dollars.
What's he going to be mad about then? He won't have anybody's ass to kick.
Can we be honest? Bruce Wayne has the money to where he could fix Gotham. He just chooses not to because without Gotham, he's nothing.
Except for a billionaire? Oh, well, I guess for the...
But I mean, how he feels.
Is Gotham suffering because Bruce Wayne's peace of mind is based off of nobody else having any?
Pure chaos, yes.
Oh, okay.
Thomas Wayne his daddy was the same way, so it's not pretend.
Yep.
Okay.
Martha was the only decent one, and in the alternate universe, she turned out to be the Joker. So
but even she was one bad day away from saying, you know
That's
what?
what the Joker point was. You one bad day away.
Yeah, that's the Joker's whole shtick. Everyone's one bad day away from being just like him.
Where's the Joker? Who? Martha? Wait, chill out, bro.
Hey, Tor. Just say you survive long enough to survive all this, and then the dark metal night happens, and everybody in Gotham died anyway. So
yeah.
Somebody's gonna die regardless. They killed everybody in Gotham.
I was gonna say Gotham is just doomed from the get-go.
Like, even if you survive everything we have said,
you go from one Batman to hundreds of different evil Batmen, all with a different superhero gimmick.
In the comic book, they say they killed everybody in Gotham. Not one person besides Batman lived.
Not one person survived.
Can I ask y'all?
So in the day, you're going to die sooner or later anyway if you go by the comic book.
Do y'all remember the back of Grand Theft Auto 3? The back of it said there are 1 million people in Liberty City. Did y'all try and reach that goal of murdering 1 million people?
No. I always thought about it, but the ADHD would always kick in, and I'd just be on my way.
Then you get into a vehicle, and then you're like, "Do I want to run this stoplight or not? Do I want to run this person over? Do I want to start a shootout with the police? Do I want to attack the police station?" That's what that game is really. I'm just saying.
Look, I've got this infinite ammo RPG. You better shoot down a few helicopters.
Just because.
In Grand Theft Auto, once you start finishing so many people, you just get tired. Are you putting cheat codes into tanks and immortal thing? And you like, bro, I'm tired of playing.
Do you guys miss cheat codes, or are you glad that they've been phased out of video games? Random question. Sorry.
No. Actually, this is the random episode. And actually, it's a good question. I mean, me playing Red Dead Redemption, I'm not using any of those codes that I find in the newspaper.
You still got console command.
Yeah, but I mean that's a lot more technical than back in the day when you used to go to the library and get on the game facts, and because I remember some of the one game that I'm not gonna lie I used to cheat on the most, Tony Hawk's, because I used to hate having to balance the grinds and all that, so I would always have to hit the infinite grind meter and then just cheat the whole way through the game, but as I got older, I got better.
UFC is still the only game that hurt my hand playing. My hand will hurt for days, especially if you fighting online and some dude is just like one of them characters that just like to put you in submission holes, and you just have to sit there and do this all day and until your hand get.
Yeah, I gave up on you. UFC online is just.
I'm like, bro, quit trying to submit me, bro. Get a life.
But it's part of the game, so you got to sort of just go with
Now
it.
my hand hurt, my fingers hurt, the middle of my hand. Cause you gotta start moving your middle of your hand after your fingers stop. Because the whole your fingers that's hurt.
Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3 is still the most abusive game ever.
Glad it
I used
wasn't
to have
really
little
online like that.
blisters on my palms from spinning the sticks for clashes in Tenkaichi 3. We used to have literal blisters from that. It was crazy. And I stand by that's one of the best fighting games ever, and it's the best fighting system any Dragon Ball Z game has had ever. If they just bring it back, they'd have a hit. Just the fighting system from Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi 3.
I was fishing on Red Dead Redemption 2 today, and I went back to that strategy, and I was like, "Oh,
do you play it just straight up with no mods, Joe?"
I'm just on PlayStation 4. I think you could do it.
Bro, the animations are so slow, though. That's my one complaint about Red Dead is how long it takes to do everything. All the skinning of an animal and this and that. That's the one mod that I see everyone makes sure to enable is just speed up the animations because it makes it go because it's such an amazing game that you can actually just do too much. Like they just want it to be so authentic and real. You're like, that's so beautiful. But once you're on stream, think about you got to skin 100 squirrels and you're watching that same animation all the time. Man, I just had a nostalgia moment I might have to play Red Dead after this. Now.
I literally on that game, like I find something to do.
It like in Skyrim,
and then I don't.
You can do it.
Well, you can. You have to do a glitch basically where you have to skin the animal underneath your horse. You have to drop it underneath your horse and it'll skip the animation.
Oh, so that's what I was gonna say. Cause you can't skip I don't think you can skip the animations. That's why they speed it up.
He'll just like pick it up and put it on his shoulder.
But that's the thing. I think they actually did on PS4. I think they did a patch not too long ago that actually did speed up the animations some. So that's cool. But if you play it on PC, I've seen people just straight cut the animations out. Like you did enough. We don't need this too. This really was the random episode.
Now let's start up a domino game.
We need one more person.
Joe, have you went and found the KKK and did it on stream yet? Tell everybody to come in to chat. I'm finna have fun with these people.
Yeah.
That's like one of the most popular YouTube videos on there. You're just like, I'm finna go beat up the KKK.
Don't be afraid to tap into the racism, Joe. It is one thing that.
Well, we got a black guy lumbering around camp talking about, "Hey, Arthur, good to see you back. Fancy seeing you here, nigga. Come on." Oh, we got drunk. That's what we did. Me and him got drunk. That's
just waiting for him to say, "Hey, Master, how are you?"
Man, the minute they say that, I'm doing a command for unaliving.
Yeah.
I told y'all this gonna be there is no news, and San Diego Con will be live Saturday night, I guess, for San Diego Con. So we'll see what all they announce. But other than that,
oh yeah, One Piece is coming back from the month hiatus. It's gonna be an amazing anime and manga is gonna be super hyped this summer.
Chainsaw Man is out, and the episode's been
fine. 2 came.
A lot of people feeling Tokyo Ghoul from that latest chapter, and I'm like, Tokyo Ghoul manga is amazing.
Bro, how is it still going?
Tokyo Ghoul.
I might have to catch it. Tokyo Ghoul just. They lost me. Even outside of the TV show, even the manga lost me after a while. It's just the writing style itself that don't be getting me, that I don't get into. It's drawn like the art and the fights and everything. It's all beautiful. It's just the storytelling is even a little long form for my liking. And I find that weird because I enjoy JJK, which is like some of the most long in the tooth storytelling ever.
Yo, that JJK literally done been out for years and it only did 3 stories.
I mean, but bruh, I'm one of those guys that says One Piece is the greatest anime ever. It's the longest anime ever so far, outside of Detective Conan maybe, and they shoehorn themselves. This nigga has been trapped in a kid's body for 30 years now.
Yeah. And they must have killed him with an invisible wire for the 5th time. Oh.
Aren't they still mad that JJK is putting character building to every single character they introduce?
They really, bro. But I look, it's that's why I said it's a super long in the tooth story. But when they get you into those fights in the manga, like the one that Kashimo and Hikari, the one that they just had, I like that. And now that we're going back into good old Maki, she's back with old what's his face. We're about to see how crazy
Big
she
word
is.
monster here.
Cause but she's sort of the ace in the hole when it comes to the culling game, because she has no cursed energy, so she can literally go from zone to zone. Like she doesn't have to follow any of the rules. She can't be affected by cursed tech removal because she doesn't have one, and she's literally like she's the second coming of Toshi. It's crazy.
Yeah. By the way, for any spoilers for anybody that watch JJK, by the way, even characters that ain't gonna be here long, they will show you their origin story. And I'm like, this dude died in one chapter. How we get an origin story, dog? Just go on.
Well, wait. We used to get that all. Bleach used to give us that. That's when we knew niggas was about to die. When you tell us what was about to. Let me tell you about the story.
Joe Bleach did it for characters that beat her for a little bit. This show will give you a character that like.
But Bleach also gave us whole fillers that weren't in the manga.
Also,
like we got bounced and they weren't even in the manga.
And we know One Punch Man. We know they do that all the time. I used to train.
But One Punch Man is a rewrite of a web comic, so they're changing and working it into a manga. That's what people forget about One Punch Man, is that it was something else entirely, and then got changed into manga and anime.
So they just not giving you they giving you the whole story of this person. It's not like I'm telling you. I'm like, this dude is not important. Why do we get his origin story?
Yeah.
We get why he turned evil. How he got his curse. I'm like, bro, we don't care. Move on.
Bruh.
Gege just likes giving. Gege is the king of exposition. Akutami's like, here, you gonna know about my character. I drew him, so you are going to know everything about him. I don't care if he's gonna die two panels from now.
You know about his parents. You know about his parents and why he's evil. You know the law dude. He the justice system did he wrong. So
yeah, the lawyer dude.
The justice system did him wrong, so he got his whole story. Then he showed how he learned how to use his cursor. I'm like, bro, we don't.
And then this is all leading up to I just want to see Sukuna versus Gojo.
That's all everybody wants to say.
That's all anyone wants to see. We just want to see Sukuna versus Gojo.
Or Yuji versus old boy. That'd be a tight fight, though.
Nah, Yuji's got to die before it's all said and done.
The panda nigga, they was like, hey.
Jojo,
don't
bring that
up. He's still alive, though. Panda's a G.
He's like, nigga, I was made by them niggas that beat your ass when you first walked into the high school. I'm like the better version of them. And I'm a whole bunch of different animals. And what about the dark tournament in Yu Yu Hakusho? They was like, yeah, me and Kurama used to run around together in the demon world. And he betrayed me.
Oh, before that, how do y'all feel about the...
Why do demons always have random high school cliques that they used to kick it with back in the day?
I guess that's how Japan was.
Why is Kurama hanging out? Kurama and EA are hanging out with two legit high school kids, man.
Mad creepy, but they're Japanese. The panties are bought in vending machines, Joe. Never forget that.
He at least pulled up was like, hey, I recognize energy. But Kurama's like, no, I go to school with y'all. Y'all call me Suichi. Nigga, you are thousands of years old. Stop going to high school.
I was gonna say, why are you still going to school?
Like your mom is
trying to find his sister.
Your Earth mom is sick. Get a job with your old ass. Go to the demon world and do something. Like, why are you going to school every day? You're 1,000 years old. You're a demon fox. You
need to go to college.
Yo, speaking of, how y'all feel about the movie? How y'all think the live action adaptation gonna be? It's coming out soon.
I got a feeling it's gonna be super fucking bad.
I think they should just go ahead and drop the little OVA episodes in English dub that they've been talking about, that they made all them years ago that never came out, and
that
just
were
leave
really
this
good.
shit alone.
Yep.
Because I've already watched them subbed, and I mean they fit into where they could be right after the end of Yu Yu Hakusho. But man, these live action shows are so horrible.
Yeah.
The only one that I have the littlest bit of faith in is One Piece, and that's only because
You love it.
Fucking Oda took a whole month off. This whole month that we just went without the manga, he took it off so he could go to South America and watch them film. And I don't know if any of the other creators have done that. Like Oda was like, "No, y'all making this live action? I'm gonna come watch you do it. So if it's not good,
Resident
so I have
Evil.
the time to benefit."
I want to finish on Resident Evil. The most jumbled plot
I heard
line
it's
I've ever seen in my life. The characters, like every situation is set up for them to make the worst decision they can make, and they always make the worst decision. And they just do it just so the plot line can go. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Why are you doing that? And then the main character, who is supposed to be the good guy, literally gets everyone killed because she's stupid. Like, her best friend was like, "We're gonna go up there and put these things in the lab, and we're gonna kill everybody." She's like, "I ain't waiting for that shit." And then went out there and got one, and then put it in the room, and then the friend like, "What is that?" And then it broke out and killed her friend. I'm like, "You killed her! You just killed your best friend who was pregnant with a child." And then her husband tried to shoot you, and it's not her fault. Yes, it is. They said put it in the lab 2 weeks from now, and we're good. And she's like, "I can't wait."
This doesn't sound like my PlayStation 2's
his wife,
Resident Evil.
His wife just died. He should want to shoot you. And his kid that was unborn.
Yeah, you feed my wife to a zombie, I'm gonna shoot you.
You know what I'm saying?
Bruh.
He was wrong. No, he's absolutely right.
So this is what I did. I have
like Blade?
All my rooms have some sort of like something where I can connect to whatever I feel like watching.
All my rooms have some kind of weapon. I thought that's where you were going.
Wasn't going there. So my living room,
I was like,
my PlayStation, it takes me right to Netflix. I can watch that. So I turned Resident Evil on. I immediately went to my room, plugged my phone in, turned on my TV in my room, and turned it to Lupin the Third on Hulu. And then the whole time on my phone, I was just scrolling on Twitter, and Resident Evil was just back there. And every time I walked into the living room to like maybe grab some more water or maybe go grab a snack or something, like I looked at, every time I looked at the screen, it was something ridiculous. And I was like, is this whole movie ridiculous? Is this whole show ridiculous? Is this whole series ridiculous?
It deserves its low ratings. It's like 20%. It deserves it. It moved. I have never seen, like, who wrote this?
I hate it because I love the Resident Evil games have always been amazing.
And then they go into the past and the future.
Movies were decent because we knew to separate them from the games.
Joe, they gave Wesker, you know the Wesker that we see the ball.
Oh, what they do to my boy Albert? Joe, not Albert. Leave him out of this.
Joe, you seen Wesker? You saw Wesker, didn't you? The black guy, the father.
What?
He's the father. Joe,
they made Albert Wesker black.
Yeah, and Joe, he had a flat top and a black jacket. Everybody like Blake. Joe,
not Black Wesker.
I said they gave him.
Well, Wesker has glasses.
He don't have.
Do y'all count that as a win that you got black? That we got Black Wesker?
I just don't want him to look like Count Chocula Blade. It's a hard
not Count Chocula.
Bro, he had like he's old, so he looked older. He like Count Chocula, like old with a little jury thing. Except he had a flat top and he had like the black jacket with the glasses on with the little tank. I'm like, this is Blade.
I know how we can sell this movie.
I would rather have Blade. I'd take Blade over Black Wesker any day.
Yo, Marvel should sue them just to get this show off Netflix.
Yeah, just to get them out of there.
I don't want this show ever on the show again. This is terrible.
We're going to make this a hit. It's going to take place in Seattle, and we're going to make Elle black. Huh? What do you think, gentlemen? And they made the movie, and niggas is like, this is trash. What the fuck is this?
That is how it went, bro.
That's that. They had a meeting. They was like, Seattle's a really,
progressive town, bro.
Progressive town.
It's near Portland. Keep Portland weird, keep Seattle weird, bro.
Yep. And then Elle can be the greatest detective, but he can only be the greatest detective if he's black.
We know that it's not canonically correct, but I mean it's 20. we're in the 21st century. What even is race at this point?
One more thing. I know how else we can make this. Let's make light yagami way less. What do you want to call it? What's it called when you? He can't keep his composure for shit. Unlike what we like them for.
Make him super unstable.
By the way, we talking about Death Note.
Amazing.
By the way, watch Death Note. Watch the Japanese version. It's amazing, actually. It's just it's like 3 movies, and it's actually really.
Oh, that's good. I
really
watched
good.
that. That was good.
Japanese Death Note was really good. I don't know what they did with that. Netflix needs to stop remaking these shows with names.
Stop, man, shit. Or steal it direct.
If you want to remake an anime, just update the graphics. Don't make a live action. Because look at Hunter x Hunter. They did it in the 90s, and then they did it again in 2011, and now it's 2011, and everyone loves it.
Oh,
yeah.
By the way, people are liking the Shaman King, the remake Shaman King with the.
Yeah, I watched a couple episodes. I don't hate the Shaman King remake. I might actually watch it all. I'm on
season 2. I'm gonna watch season 2. It's actually pretty good. It's just updating graphics to an old story, and it's still the same story basically.
And how do you feel about us getting an adult series from Shaman King coming inbound? It's like I said, it's hype for manga, yo.
Even Zero better than Fairy Tail, and I just want to piss off Fairy Tail fans.
I agree with that, only because I hate Fairy Tail.
It's really.
Man,
I don't even. I ain't read the 10 chapters of Eden Zero.
But Fairy Tail is for casuals. Like, you didn't come up with us. I'm not trying to gatekeep anime, but I'm just saying Fairy Tail is for niggas that I don't respect.
No, you can like what you want. Fairy Tail is just bad storytelling and a lot of copying.
Bro, I promise.
Power of friendship, different element, dragon, go.
Natsu is literally like struggling to everybody on the show, but he just don't care to fight full strength until he gets motivated. And I'm like, so he's like this demon. He's like the strongest character in the show, brother. And so he's one of the strongest characters in the show, and he's like the head demon of the world. So so technically that's why he's so powerful even without. But they like just hide it under friendship. Like, okay.
I'd rather he just got rid of Fairy Tail and gave us more Rave Master. I'd have been a happy camper.
Oh, and Eden Zero, we also saw Rave Master little thing that shows up in Rave, and we saw
Rave Master is the best work that he's done, and it wasn't even that long.
Rave Master was really good. He could have kept doing more Rave Master stuff. But
Rave Master, only 50 episodes? I know the manga's not that long either.
But we got, like I said, we got a lot of good stuff coming up.
This has been a super random episode. If you've hung in here this long with us, shout out to you.
This is very random, and we just talked about random topic that came to our head after we talked about. But Saturday we do got Comic-Con. We're talking about San Diego Comic-Con, and we will have a news that I know you love. So be there for that. Like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to know when we go live on Sunday. Monterey will be here and be back. And if you do, you are a top G alpha, and you can get any girl you want, and you don't have to pay $50 a month unless you want to hit that super thanks to give us $50 and become a top G. And I can just tell you right now how to get a girl, and I don't even have to. I spoil it for you. Talk to them.
Use your words, folks.
You might fail the first 20 times, but sooner or later you're gonna get the hang of it.
There are literally billions of them.
That's what I'm saying. So you might get rejected 20 times. But sooner or later, you'll be like, okay, I know what they like now. They are actual human beings and not objects that I can just obtain.
We've entered into the self-help portion of the show, Joe.
Oh, my bad. These pussies wanted some air conditioning on.
They are not your objects, Joe. But Joe treated him well. He gave him air conditioning. You know what I'm saying? Joe a good dude.
Like, who pants in the house like it's that hot? What kind of pussy is this?
But like I said to you, top G's, just talk to the girl. That's all you gotta do. I just want to reiterate, just talk to them. Sooner or later, you'll figure out what they like. They're not just your objects that you own and possess. And I appreciate you.
That was too much for Tori. My nigga was like, man, let me treat an animal well for a second. Because
hey, my dog don't do nothing but lay around and eat and run around. and he's too big to pop up on my lap whenever he wants to.
Joe, what can they find you?
But we are animal lovers, even though Joe, even though Joe's like, you better quit. It's not that hot. You quit with that. Put your tongue back in your mouth. Back in your mouth.
I'm like, niggas, what is this? I'm under these bright ass lights, handling my business. I got my shirt open. We good, and your ass is sitting over here trying to tell me something.
Joe, where can they find you?
UniqoWilliams.com. That's where you can find me. If not, you can just find me on Overall 99 Media. I think I just need to get that going. Overall 99 Media on YouTube, definitely. So definitely, if you can't find Uniqo Williams for some weird ass reason, on UniqoWilliams.com.
Just like and subscribe and just be here.
Just come here, and then like you can watch me be on here. I don't make money from Spotify from my show, so but we do make that here. So with that being said, let's go. Let's try and get over $10 in 1 month, one day.
Let's go. Well, technically we did, because shout out to my boy Von Blue. Tor, how are you today? Where can they find you?
You already know, Afro Comedy 765 on all platforms. Anywhere you want to look. Of course, you can find me here, being your resident local neighborhood scumbag, giving you all of your trash taste and hot takes.
And I am your host, Sel May, and I was finna show you my my brother's three-legged cat named Thor, but he ran off somewhere, so I don't know where he is. So I appreciate you for watching.
Ran off?
Three-legged cat ran off. Yeah,
hobbled away.
Oh,
it runs fast. Wait,
they did. They got it.
It just ran off and just ran up.
What's a superhero that only has? Oh, Gohan. They should just rename him Gohan.
The cat name is Thor.
Okay.
Shout out to Thor. And by the way, like I said, you can
Shout
find
out to Future Gohan, nigga. What the fuck?
Oh, the link tree is below. By the way, I normally say merch, but the merch shop should be up soon. So I don't know if it's up by the time this episode come out or when. But the merch shelf will be on the YouTube page soon. If not, it's in the link tree below. Podcast, my books, everything is right there. Yes, I am the one, the only Trevor McCullum kid. Middle name is Zelma. I appreciate y'all. Hit that, like I said, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you stay this long, you might as well. We've been talking about random subjects all episode. And you're a top G for staying this long. You are a real alpha, and you have learned a lot.
It's topical, man.
All right, appreciate y'all. See y'all. Do we have a show? What do we have?
Probably gonna be some man cave. Do you hear me? We gonna try the zoologist again tomorrow.
Okay, so Joe's show. Well, this show will be out Thursday. I don't know when Joe's show gonna be out before this.
Tomorrow at 7:00 Eastern Standard Time.
Okay, so this will be out after that. So San Diego Comic-Con might be our next show, unless we put out a show Friday or I do a live or something. I don't know what we'll do. But San Diego Comic-Con, we will be there talking about Marvel and what's coming up next. And Monray will be back, and then his show will be Saturday too. So we'll be here for Make It Make Sense. We always have a fun time on there. Locker Room Talk go crazy. Shout out to my guys at Blur Cartel. They'll be on the channel too. Locker Room Talk be on Mondays. Make It Make Sense be on Saturday. Shout out to them guys. Showing love to them. Go check them before. Check them out. Blur Cartel on Facebook or whatever else. Anything else, gentlemen, before we get out here?
I think that's it.
Be a top G. And I appreciate y'all for watching.